Why the U.S. is involved in Syria. A closer look at the fight against ISIS and beyond. In the heart of the Middle East, Syria has endured one of the most complex and devastating conflicts in modern times. Since 2014, the United States has been involved militarily in Syria, launching airstrikes and supporting allied forces. But why? Let's explore the key reasons, what has happened, and what it means for global peace and security. Background: the Syrian Civil War. The story begins in 2011, when peaceful protests erupted in Syria as part of the wider Arab Spring movement. Those protests were met with force, and the situation quickly escalated into a brutal civil war. Multiple groups became involved. The Syrian government under President Bashar al-Assad, rebel groups seeking democratic reforms ISIS, which exploited the chaos to seize territory foreign actors like Russia, Iran, Turkey, and the United States. Why did the U.S. intervene? In 2014, a terrorist group known as ISIS, Islamic State, rose to global infamy. It controlled large areas of Syria and Iraq, declared a caliphate, and carried out brutal attacks both locally and internationally. The United States launched airstrikes and military operations with three major goals. 1. Destroy ISIS strongholds and stop their spread. 2. Protect civilians and prevent genocide. 3. Stabilize the region to reduce global terror threats, U.S. operations and strategy. Under the name Operation Inherent Resolve, the U.S. led an international coalition that conducted thousands of airstrikes on ISIS targets, supported Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces, SDF, on the ground, provided intelligence and surveillance to allies, targeted ISIS leadership through special operations. Although the U.S. avoided full-scale troop deployment, its role was critical in the territorial defeat of ISIS by 2019. Tensions with the Syrian government. While the U.S. focused on ISIS, tensions also arose with President Assad's regime, which was supported by Russia and Iran. In 2017 and 2018, the U.S. launched limited missile strikes on Syrian government targets in response to alleged chemical weapon attacks against civilians, further complicating the conflict. A complex web of allies and rivals. The Syrian conflict became a proxy battlefield for global powers. The U.S. and allies supported rebel forces and Kurdish fighters. Russia and Iran backed the Assad regime. Turkey opposed both Assad and Kurdish groups near its border. Despite having similar goals, the major powers often found themselves at odds over how Syria should be governed. Where are we now? As of today, ISIS has lost most of its territory but still operates in small cells. The U.S. maintains a limited military presence in northeast Syria to assist allies and prevent resurgence. Humanitarian needs remain massive, with millions displaced and rebuilding far from over. What we can learn. 1. Terrorism thrives in unstable environments and requires a global response. 2. Civil wars can quickly become international when major powers get involved. 3. Peace-building is harder than war and takes long-term commitment. The U.S. role in Syria reflects both the power and limits of military intervention in modern global politics. Suggested ending for video. The conflict in Syria is not just about one country. It's a mirror of global interests, alliances, and challenges. Understanding it brings us closer to building a safer world. If you found this helpful, like, share, and subscribe for more insights into today's world events.